of buying any new car is depreciation, but on the used car roadshow, we firmly believe if you buy the right used car at the right price, you could run it depreciation free for a year. And wouldn't it be wonderful to do it in a car like this, a Porsche 356 Speedster?
But there is a but.
Yeah.
There is a but, because you're looking at this car and you're saying, oh, that's beautiful, this could cost a fortune. Well, you'd be right. Because an original one of these could set you back anything from 65 to £100,000 plus. It would technically be free motoring because these cars are not depreciating, but it's an awful lot of money to lay out. But you can do it another way. You can get one of these, which is a replica. It's made by a company called Chesil, down, strangely enough, by Chesil Beach. And basically, it's a very faithful copy of the 1957 car. They took a mould of that body, and then they produced this gorgeous body, which is actually in fiberglass. The original cars were steel. And do you know what? Even from 2 or 3 yards away, it's very difficult to tell the difference between this and an original car.
You couldn't tell them apart. It's absolutely delightful. The shape, the styling, everything about it. Even, just listen to this. It just sounds fabulous. And you know, underneath, it's really just a Beetle.
It is a Volkswagen Beetle, but then you see the original 356 was pretty much a kind of Beetle anyway. I mean, it had an air-cooled engine, flat 4, at the back, rear-wheel drive. Now, they did this with a couple of engine options, 1600, 1800. They did a 2-litre as well. It's all about replicas, remember. This is actually an 1800, which has got about 75, 80 brake horsepower, which actually isn't too bad. 0 to 60 about 10 seconds, top speed about 100 miles an hour. But these cars aren't about ranting and driving fast.
You don't drive this for performance. This is a car, but for days like this, for sunny days, you get the roof down, because when the roof's up and it's raining, it tends to come in and mist up the car. It's a car for lovely days, and it's beautiful to be seen in. It's comfortable, it's stylish. I absolutely love this car.
I know, it's gorgeous. Now, the owner of this car has actually had the car for 10 years. He's done 30,000 miles in 10 years, so 3,000 miles a year, which I think is fairly committed, because you can only take out high days and holidays. What he loves about the car is it's incredibly cheap to run. There's no depreciation. You tax the car for free because this is based on 1973 Beetle, so road fund license. Just have to go online and get your tax disc issued. Insurance for it, classic car insurance, about £100 a year. You couldn't get cheaper, and he said when things go wrong, you just phone someone up and you get a Beetle bit, fit it on. It's great.
We're saying you can run this car free for a year?
Yeah, indeed. Let me get my pen out. Let me do the numbers. Right, there's going to be lots of numbers on the screen, so I've got to remind you. Okay, if you want to buy an original one, a real one, 65 to 100,000 pounds. Bit rich for our blood. Now, the other option is go down to the nice men and women down at Chesil and say, I want one built from scratch, and they'll do that for you. That would cost you around 20 to 25,000 pounds. But you can have it to your spec, your colour, your trim, your engine. You can even have a new Volkswagen Beetle chassis brought over from Mexico, where they still make them, so the car will be brand spanking new. So let's talk about this car specifically, because this car, the current owner reckons, is worth about £13,000. Do you know what? At that figure, it's not moving anywhere at all. This really is an example of free motoring.
I can't imagine a car I'd rather be in, travelling around for a year for free, than a Porsche 356